Welcome to my stream, where knowledge reigns supreme. Calm and collected, I'm about to go live, you know what I mean. Got high expectations, gonna teach you something new. Learning, hacking, exploring, there's so much we can do. Feel the excitement as we dive into uncharted lands. New discoveries await in this digital wonderland. Together we'll unravel the secrets, unlock the code.
Connected to channel Fixit 42.
Boundaries of knowledge will explode. Welcome to my stream, where the fire of knowledge burns bright. Chat with me, let's embark on this journey of delight. From the basics to superpowers, we'll learn and grow. In this stream of knowledge, together we'll grow.
Fixerbot says.
T-minus 4 minutes.
Welcome to my stream, where knowledge reigns supreme. Calm and collected, I'm about to go live, you know what I mean. Got high expectations, gonna teach you something new. Learning, hacking, exploring, there's so much we can do. Feel the excitement as we dive into uncharted lands. New discoveries await in this digital wonderland. Together we'll unravel the secrets, unlock the code. No limits, no boundaries, all knowledge will explode. Welcome to my stream, where the fire of knowledge burns bright. Chat with me, let's embark on this journey of delight. From the basics to superpowers, we'll learn and grow. In this stream of knowledge, together we'll grow. Welcome to my stream, where knowledge reigns supreme. Calm and collected, I'm about to go live, you know what I mean.
Stream about to start. 1 minute left.
Expectations, gonna teach you something new. Learning, hacking, exploring, there's so much we can do. Feel the excitement as we dive into uncharted lands. New discoveries await in this digital wonderland. Together we'll unravel the secrets, unlock the code. No limits, no boundaries, all knowledge will explode. Welcome to my stream, where the fire of knowledge burns bright. Chat with me, let's embark on this journey of delight. From the basics to superpowers, we'll learn and grow. In this stream of knowledge, together we'll grow.
back. I saw the mute sign there for half a second. So this was the link we got yesterday, I think. Did I put it in my... See, for kind of, yeah, it's up there. I was thinking, yeah, we'll have to put it at the top, right? So to-dos. I had to, I was cleaning up my tabs, had to keep this one. Exit Whim. How many times have I googled that? A classic, a true classic. So, right, Wolf's one. Right, then we have these up still. So, and also I have this one. It's also, this is Tiberius's new one, I think. No, wrong tab. I only had this one. Here it is. So this is Tiberius. I started watching it on David Bumble. So I have to see the one too. Maybe not. We'll see if there's something new there. Anyway, I don't watch videos on stream, of course. So let's see. By the way, I found that they actually still sell my soldering station that I have. So Advent deal. Okay, so you get 100 off. Smells like food, but everybody's eating. Oh, whatever. So mine is yellow though. I think it's prettier with yellow, right? More color. So I was searching for tips. I guess I need more tips since mine are a lot of years old. So the manufacturers seem to be started already in the 70s, but I don't know how long these have been around, but probably bought mine in the 90s. So it looks the same, exactly the same. So, right, anti-siphon, today it's, or this week rather, it's anti-siphon training, and it's pay what you can, meaning if you can't pay, you get it for free. So, it's also streamed on Twitch, so it's, you don't have to even, and the labs aren't get up. Yeah, so I have these up because the second part is today. And I missed the start because I was streaming, so I joined like somewhere in a pause. Oh right, it was split, so this is just the last bit of it, the last 24 minutes. So there. Advent of Cyber. Of course we'll do the, I guess yesterday's today, right? So let's see here. Where do we really end? So let's see here. Oh, so I didn't click the one that would just say complete, right? Yesterday. So I was like, we finished this one, right? Yeah, we did. I didn't click the last one. So this is the one that came out, well, within the last 24 hours. So it's today for us, but it's the 10th now. So the next one will come at 17. So I'm sure I have this link already, so we can close it. These two. So I want to look more at XC. That's why I have these. So learn all the stuff, right? So then we also had the tips video there. So YouTube will remember where we were in that. Oh right, this was from right, from a video that we got when looking at the Pentest Lab stuff. And I don't think I can stream it. I haven't asked yet though. They don't have any ask something here, like, right? So it was just a web address, mail address, I think. We can just send a mail them. So instead of just thinking I should do that, you know, we do it at once and then it's done. Support, I can't remember that, but still, now we can copy it. So why is Unity started? I started Unity instead of my mail. Well, they're not very similar, the icons, Thunderbird and Unity, whatever, I don't know how I did that. So I recently added both to my start row, I guess that's why. So let's create a new message. And just put the mail address here. And hi. Is it okay to stream your content? I myself only heard of you since I got a 1-month code from the streamer Tiberius. Should we do like 0x? Is it Tiberius? No, it's Tiberius, right? On Twitch. Letting people stream your content is a great way to spread the word. Thanks a million. Can't spell my own name. I stream, let's fix it. Where did Twitch and YouTube. So there. Let's actually put a question mark on the question, right? So, simple question with a bit of a this would be good for you, right? I have to disable this. Why would I want spell checking? Every time it's annoying, and it always finds stuff in something I forward to, right? Or think it's another language. As I type a lot of mails on Swedish, and I added Swedish spell checking too, but it's still whatever, you know. So yeah, this. So let's just put this one in to check later stuff, which is kind of filled up already, but and this was the new version of that. I'm sorry for cleaning stuff on stream. I didn't have time really. Yeah, and then I got the tips about that AskGags was, you know, good source of information, and this was the tip I got there. So maybe we don't need this page. So, and let's, I think I already subscribed on my other account, but that's odd that I wasn't here. Because it was purple in my links when I googled. So there are so many content creators. So, but let's save that for now. Yeah, this we can close because I've already seen it. That's the labs again. Did I already have the labs up? Yeah, they're just there. So we don't need them twice. This was a form to get their labs yesterday, which didn't work. And these are some of the labs. So yeah, these are the 3 labs done the first day. I'll just keep them up for now. As I was streaming when they started yesterday, I was like, yeah, right. So this will probably be not a mega long stream then. We're not going 12 hours today. That's what that means. So lab download instructions. Yeah, so I just checked. I still have. I can use this lab too there. But I remember that URL, and that's there. That we can close. And they had a off, but I have so many courses now, so I don't have time for any more really. Yeah, 1 year subscription, and that's a lot of money too. Even if it's a lot of content, but you still have to have time to do it. Yeah, so I saw Siren doing this one. It's an easy Windows. That's probably something I should do. Let's put it in the Try Hack Me one, just to make a very nice order of things, right? Somewhere close to the top. And this was something mentioned in the her stream. So obviously I clicked something there before. It's always interesting when you like, oh, did I read about that already? Yeah, so I want to check that out, but I don't want to have it up now. This is just a YouTube. Oh, there. Yeah, so I clicked the LinkedIn link for the stream, and then I got here, right? So. Actually, the quality, both YouTube, Twitch, and Zoom, they were all bad. That's why I was looking at LinkedIn to see if their quality of the stream was. But I guess Zoom was, as I'm assuming, the original one. Was probably the best one. So, that's where I'd stream. Yeah, we cleaned up a bit. Let's do some other stuff before we get started with Advent of Cyber, though. I just want to double check that I had this. Why didn't my phone stay up? Loading my Sami deck here. So it's a bit slow. It's this. I'm waiting for it. Whatever. Let's just do stuff without it. I can click my OBS. So their VM and Siphon's VM. I think I had an old one too. So this one, I was thinking maybe we'll do the labs. I think I have done at least one of them before. Well, I have done at least one of them. Maybe more of them. And one was very simple, so I don't really feel I need to do it. But maybe the first one. Maybe we should do the first one after we've done the day 9. We'll see. We want Kali. My computer crashed first time when I loaded this VM, so that's why this is paused. Let's see if we can resume Kali. Oh gosh, yeah, I need to send a message too before we get started for reals. So sorry about the messy stream start. Let's see here. Yeah, right, we got thrown out of the machines sometimes here. Let's actually restart the VPN just to, it was just, we want to make sure that that's not the problem we get with this, right? And still not. I'm actually going to restart this app now. So this app really never has any problems. I don't know why. So there, now it's starting as it should. Restarting the app. I guess it's been running for a year or something. It's okay for it to need a restart once every year. That's okay, right? So now I should be able to switch screens without having to click my OBS. Nice. Yeah, so we have done quite a few days now. Imagine it's already the 10th of December. We're almost halfway to Christmas. Have you got all of your Christmas presents? That's the question. So, GRC, day 9, 9 o'clock, make GRC fun, tell no one. Muscadian Glitch wanted to hire an e-discovery company to process some forensic data for their investigation. They had invited bids from third parties for this purpose. 3 companies have bid for the project. Muscadian Glitch now need to do a risk assessment on all 3 of these companies to identify one, the least amount of risk that they can move forward. All 3 companies were required to fill out a questionnaire based on which risk assessment will be done. Introduction to TRC. Oh my god, there's an animation. Well. There, let's see if I can get done with the text. Governance, risk, and compliance, GRC, plays a crucial role in organization to ensure that their security practices align with their personal, regulatory, and legal obligations. Although in general, good security practices help protect a business from suffering a breach, depending on the sector in which the organization operates. There may be external security regulations that needs to be adhered to. Yeah, the English is a bit adhered to, we'll say. So we have the very pretty animation. let's take a look at some examples in the financial sector. The Reserve Bank. So, we still have the mosquito from yesterday, or the tiny fly, I guess. I guess I should try and catch it. Ah, whatever. Let's go back to the reading. I'll ignore it again. Reserve Bank regulations. In most countries, banks have to adhere to security regulation set forth by the country's reserve bank. This ensures that each bank adheres to a minimum security level to protect the funds and information of their customers. Swift CSP. What is CSP? Cloud service provider is a company which often scale cloud computing resources on demand. I was thinking something to do with banks here now. Not this, but okay. So, banks use the SWIFT network to communicate with each other and send funds. After a massive bank breach resulted in 81 million fraudulent SWIFT transfer, SWIFT created the Customer Secure Program, CSP. Yeah, it was something else. So it's just a bad link there. Which set the standard for security for banks to connect to the SWIFT network. Data protection. As banks hold sensitive information about the customer, they have to adhere to the security standards created by their data regulator. Usually the Reserve Bank in most countries. So, and I've got this t-shirt on today. I have to show you, right? When you run a large organization with multiple different teams, how do you stay on top of these regulations and to ensure that good security is applied by all teams? This is a GRC comes in. They play a crucial role in understanding external security standards, translating them into internal standards, and then ensuring that they are applied by all teams to help reduce the organization's risk to an acceptable level. Let's take a look at the 3 functions of GRC. So, governance is a function that creates a framework that an organization uses to make decisions regarding information security. Governance is the creation of an organization's security strategy, policies, standards, and practices in alignment with the organization's overall goal. Governance also defines the roles and responsibilities that everyone in the organization has to play to help ensure the security standards are met. Risk. Risk is a function that helps to identify, assess, quantify, and mitigate risk to the organization's IT assets. Risk helps the organization understand potential threats and vulnerabilities and the impact that they could have if a threat actor were to execute or exploit them. By simply turning on a computer, an organization has some level of risk of a cyber attack. The risk function is important to help reduce the overall risk to an acceptable level and develop contingency plans in the event of a cyber attack where the risk is realized. Compliance. Compliance is a function that ensures that the organization adheres to all external legal, regulatory and industry standards. For example, adhering to GDPR law or aligning the organization's security to an industry standard such as NIST or ISO 27001. Introduction to risk assessments. Before Mixgideon Glitch choose an e-discovery company to handle their forensic data, they need to figure out which one is the safest choice. This is where the risk assessment comes in. It's a process to identify potential problems before they happen. Think of it as checking the weather before going for a hike. If there's a storm coming, you'd want to know ahead of time so you can either prepare or change your plans. Why are risk assessments done? They kind of said that, right? So we can put on the rain clothes. Risk assessments are like a reality check for businesses. They connect cybersecurity to the bigger picture, which minimizes business risk. In other words, it's not just about securing data, but about protecting the business as a whole. Imagine you run an online store that connects customer information like names, addresses, credit card details. If that data gets stolen because of a weak security system, it's not just the data that's at risk. Your reputation, customer trust, and even your profits are on the line. Even the profits. A risk assessment could have helped you identify that weak point and fix it before anything went wrong. Pharmix, Getty, and Glitch assessing the risks of each e-discovery company, help them decide which one is less likely to have a data breach or other issues that could disrupt the investigation. So, performing a risk assessment. Every business's main goal is to generate revenues and profits. For most businesses, cybersecurity does not directly contribute to revenue generation or profit maximization. Businesses decide to spend a part of their hard-earned revenue on cybersecurity to avoid the risk of revenue and reputation loss resulting from a cyber threat. Businesses often take these steps to achieve this goal. We will now work through the process of completing a risk register. A risk register tracks the progress of risk mitigation and all open risks. An example of such risk register is shown in the animation below. Let's take a look at the steps required to add risks to register. So I'm guessing, let's look at the animation. So, name, description, date, likelihood, occasional, impact, high, risk score, risk owner. So, identification of risks. To assess risk, we must first identify the factors that can cause revenue or reputation loss resulting from cyber threats. This exercise requires careful assessing the attack surface of the organization, identifying areas which might be used to harm the organization. Examples of identified risks can be an unpatched web server, a highly privileged user account without proper security controls, a third-party vendor who might be infected by malware connecting to the organization network, a system for which support is ended by the vendor and is still in production. Oops. An organization might identify several risks in addition to these examples. However, in addition to just identifying risks, these risks need to be quantified. After all, the likelihood of materializing a risk on a condone-off or isolated service differs greatly from that of a public-facing server hosting a web frontend. Similarly, the impact of materializing on crown jewels, such as a main database server containing confidential information, differs greatly from that of a development server with dummy data. Assigning likelihood of each risk. To quantify risk, we need to identify how likely or probable it is that the risk will materialize. We can then assign a number to quantify the likelihood. The number is often on the scale 1 to 5. The exact scale differs from organization to organization and from framework to framework. Likelihood can also be called probability of materialization of a risk. An example scale for likelihood can be improbable, so unlikely that it might never happen. Remote, very unlikely to happen, but still there is a possibility. Occasional, likely to happen once sometime. Probable, likely to happen several times. Frequent, likely to happen often and regularly. it might be noticed that while we're trying to quantify a risk, we still don't define exact quantities of what constitutes several times and what constitutes regularly, etc. The reason that the likelihood for a server which has a high uptime requirements will be different from a server that is used infrequently. Therefore, the likelihood scale will differ from case to case and from asset to asset. On the flip side, we can see that this scale provides a very usable scale of differentiate between different probabilities. I had to drink something. My mouth is going dry. The words are not getting through. So, on the flip side, we can see that this scale provides us with a very usable scale of differentiating between different probabilities of occurrence of a certain event, assigning impact to each risk. Once we have identified the risks and the likelihood of a risk, the next step is to quantify the impact this risk's materialization might have on the organization. For example, if there is a public-facing web server that is unpatched and gets breached, what will be the impact on the organization? Different organizations calculate impact in different ways. Some organizations might use a CVSS scoring to calculate the impact of the risk. Others might use their own rating derived from the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of certain assets. Others might base it on the severity categorization of the incidents, similar to likelihood. We also quantify impact on the scale of 1 to 5. An example scale of impact can be based on the following definitions. Informational, very low impact, almost non-existent. Low, impacting a limited part of one area of the organization's operation with little or no revenue loss. Medium, impacting one part of the organization's operations completely with major revenue loss. High, impacting several parts of the organization's operations, causing significant revenue loss. Critical, posing an existential threat to the organization. That's critical. Risk ownership. The last step of performing a risk assessment is to decide what to do with the risks that were found. We can start by performing some calculations on the risk itself. The simplest calculation takes the likelihood of the risk and multiplies it with the impact of the risk to get a score. Some risk registers make use of a more advanced rating system such as DREAD. Let's click that. Used by Microsoft, it says. Assigning scores to the risks help organizations prioritize which risks should be remediated first. While you may think the simplest answer is to secure the system so that there is no risk, in real life it isn't that simple. Implementing more security costs more money. And it doesn't help if we spend more money on security than we risk losing if we leave open the risk. Leave a risk open. In this last step, we decide who owns the risks that we identified. These teams members are then responsible for performing an additional investigation into the cost would be to close the risk versus what we would lose or could lose if the risk is realized. In cases where the cost of security is lower, we can mitigate the risk with more security controls. However, if it is higher, we can accept the risk. Accepted risks should always be documented and reviewed periodically to ensure that the cost has not changed. So I remember reading another room on this, really. Yeah, it's probably one of the intro rooms. Internal and third-party risk assessments. Risk assessments are not just done internally in an organization, but can also be used to assess the risk that a third party may hold to your organization. Today, it's very common to make use of third parties to outsource the key functions of your business. For example, a small organization may outsource its financial division to a large auditing firm, or a large organization might outsource the development of some of its application to a software engineering firm. However, this changes the risk as a compromise of the third party, where we may not have full control over their security, could still result in a compromise of our data or sensitive assets. As such, we need to consider the risk the third party poses to us. Why do companies do internal risk assessments? Internal risk assessments help companies understand the risks they have within their own walls. It's like taking a good look around your house to check if there are any leaks or broken windows. For example, if a company finds that its software is outdated, it can prioritize updating it to prevent potential attacks. Internal risk assessments help identify weak spots in security, direct resources to the most important areas, stay compliant with security rules and regulations. So this was the longest text so far, right? The first time I needed water. So why do companies do risk assessment of third parties? Companies don't just assess themselves. They also need to evaluate the risks that come from working with other companies, like vendors, suppliers, or partners. This is called third-party risk assessment. And it's important because one weak link in the chain can affect everyone. Let's make it simple. Exkiddy and Glitch want to make sure that whichever e-discovery company they choose won't leak or lose sensitive data. So they will be reviewing if these companies have good security measures to keep the data safe, follow data protection rules, aligned with the security standard that Exkiddy and Glitch have in place. By doing a third-party assessment, Exkiddy and Glitch are reducing potential supply chain risks. Click. Oh no. Okay, let's not click it. I should have read the button. It said view site, right? So, by doing a third-party risk assessment, Exkiddy and Glitch reducing the potential supply chain risks, making sure the investigation doesn't run into trouble because of a weak security link in the chain. In order to do this, Exkiddy has to create a risk assessment that can be sent to the potential third parties. Based on the answers provided by the third parties, Exkiddy can then make an informed decision on which third party would be best. Producing a partner. So, let's put this knowledge to the test. Let's start the static site attached to this task by pressing the view site button. You will have to assess the level of risk that each of the vendors pose. We sent a questionnaire to each potential third party and have received their answers. Using their answers, you will have to add new risks to the risk register, which will give an overall risk score for the third party. Once done, we can choose the third party that has the lowest risk score. And I'm thinking, let's... My mom got some. I ordered food for her yesterday again, and she got some avocados that wasn't good. That was imported. So, let's see. Where were we? I'll tell the company. They keep sending actually bad fruit and veggies. It's not good. So. Was that the questionnaire? Yeah, let's check the question so we know if there's anything we're supposed to look for, right? We're supposed only to look for a key. There's only 3 questions. So let's answer the first one first. Let's see, where can I copy this? Here. There. Oh my. So I have done like a lot of things, and then at the end I realized, oh, I should have, not clicked next there before I answered the question. That's why I'm thinking better check first. So instructions. You'll be assessing 3 vendors based on their responses to security questions. For each vendor, review the vendor's responses to each security question. This sounds like a long thing, right? Identify potential risks based on the response and add them to the risk register. For each risk, provide a clear description of the risk. Rate the impact 1 to 4. Rate the likelihood 1 to 4. 4 is highest. The risk score is automatically calculated by multiplying impact and likelihood. The vendor risk score is the sum of the risk scores for that vendor. Your goal is to identify the vendor with the lowest total risk score. Okay, and after we click this, I'm thinking we can see what's behind here, right? So, the vendors. Complete the assessment.
Pandatong says.
The vendor risk score is the sum of all risk scores for that vendor.
Yeah, very, very advanced sentence, right? So, how are you? How are you, Panda? Dustin? Yeah? Everything good? Got all Christmas presents shopped already? I'm realizing we're almost halfway in December, right? We're on the 10th of December. How did that happen? So I don't even know how we ended up in December already, but... So...
Good day. I just rolled into work. How are you? LOL, I've not purchased a single gift.
Yeah, I think actually I have 2. I have 2 presents already. But there needs to be more shopping though. Shopping's fun. Let's do it, So I have to read all the things.
I have maybe 2 ladies I need to buy hangs for.
So we are supposed to document identify security risk for Red Jaguar. So add new risk. Well, we don't have any information yet. Let's just click, I guess. Oh, look, question 1 to 3. Okay. Data in transit and data at rest needs to be encrypted with AES encryption. This is a question then, so I'm assuming it's the same for all 3. As a requirement, what type of AES encryption does your company use for data in transit and in rest? Known for data in rest and known for data in transit. Okay, so this, let's say we did, this is kind of critical, right? There's no encryption. So all the data can just be read in transit. So I guess we don't want our data, right, to be likelihood level. Yeah, so it's certain. It's certain. How secret is our data? We don't know, right? Maybe this is a bit too much. So it's still just the red data. This is the one we really want high up, right? So maybe high then. Maybe we don't want everybody to see all the data. That's kind of where they're not filling this up at all. So describe it too. Okay. So we have to type something. Data is not secure. So, there. Of 16, it's already perfect assessment. Okay. Okay, so then we have question 2. What kind of access controls
Pleasing
do you
Rhythm
have?
says. Best viewer sign. Web
Oh,
link.
we got another one. So I think Twitch was very good at getting those itself.
Panda Tongue says.
Wow, viewers.
Yeah, I better click that link quickly, right? We can add it later to my own rules. What kind of access controls do you have to ensure data is accessed only by authorized people? Data can be accessed by all people in the organization. So, there's no security at all. So, likelihood is it's everybody can well, it's still in the organization. This doesn't say everybody outside of the organization. So, let's put it like that then. Well, let's do medium since it's still in the company, right? So, we have to say something. So, data is not secure. This time. Like no, we could also say like no access control, right? But it's the same as the last one, because then there was no access control because of, you know. So, they don't like this one. Lower risk than expected. Oh, well, can I click it? Edit, there.
Zombie says.
Hello, Sophia and
Hi.
Panda Winrod Haig Jalik.
Hi, Zombie, welcome in. Yeah, I think I hop by your stream sometimes. Lurking, you know? So, how are you? Hope everything's good. So, let's actually put this higher then. I was thinking it's still internal, right? So, I guess we'll do the same on this one because it's just in the company instead, right? Indicates lower risk than expected. They even want higher than this one. Okay, so critical.
Doing
This
well,
is what they
thanks.
want.
I hope you're all good.
Yeah, I'm great. Yeah. So they wanted this one to be higher than this one. That's not what I agree. I wouldn't agree that this is still internally in the company, right? This one is outside of the company. It's the traffic between the companies that don't have any security. That's much worse. So I don't agree. How long do you keep client data after the case is closed? Less than a week. If we're thinking security for like I mean, it could be both good and bad, but I'm thinking they will think this is bad. By the way, could we do this and hop to the second one? No, we can't. So I would like to compare them, right? That's what we want to do. How long do you keep client data? Well, short backup. So, which is kind of good and kind of bad. So, is this supposed to be bad or is it supposed to be good? What do you think? If we think it's security of the data, I mean, it can be lost. but also no one can access it, and they have real bad security, so it's good, right? But it's likely that the data will be lost because it's just 1 week if we mess up and don't have our own backup. So if we assume that they have like our IT stuff, if that's what it is, and they have all of our backup, then this is horrible. So let's think of it that way, right? So let's see if it thinks this. This is like boring because I can't select what I want because I have to change it. Higher risk than expected, yeah. So they didn't want it to be that high now. So then I'm changing something. It's good. It's not perfect. So we'll have to edit it more. Yeah, this is a bad test. The score is correct, but impact and likelihood needs adjustment. Okay, so they want the result to be the same, but they want them to be differently. This is bad. Let's stay with this one, right? Which one did I do there? I changed 2, but I should have changed only 1. So maybe that then. Whatever. Can we do the next one now? So there's an exact match that we need to do. Assessment indicates higher risk than expected. So we have to go back and higher risk. So we need to lower it. So we lower it to this. Okay. The alternative would be go high unlikely. And this needs review. This was horrible. So we do that. It's also good, but lower risk than expected. So we added it. Didn't I try this one already? Yeah. So this is starting to become a bit odd. Yeah.
Interesting feedback. Almost impossible to know what they expect, lol.
Yeah. So we don't have a million different things to choose from, right? So I think I have done almost everything. So let's do the opposite. Oh, that's what they wanted. They wanted this one to be critical, impact level critical, and unlikely. So it's unlikely that we need a week's backup a week ago, more than a week. I don't think so. Do you know people? They delete stuff. They do stuff. There could be whatever, you know. I don't agree. I don't like this one. Not liking it. So, and it's almost impossible to know what they want. So, the first one I got the perfect at once, so then I thought it would be easy. Let's do this now. So, question 1. So encryption, none of data in transit, and AS for data in rest. Well, now I'm only thinking there, like, let's call it kinda bad encryption. Because I don't think it matters what I type. I could have typed ABC, right? And let's do... What did it add next? So last time it didn't have anything. I set it to like critical, so let's do high then now. And I think very likely still, because it's the data in transit that's could just be red if it's not encrypted. Higher risk than expected. Okay, so I guess we do that then. It's now very perfect. So these feel worse and worse. What kind of access controls do you have to ensure data is accessed only by authorized people? Data can be accessed by all people on the relevant team and the global administrators. Yeah, that's kinda good. So let's try and just put it like that. Nah, it wants more. Yeah. So now I'm not thinking what do I think? Now I'm thinking how will I get past this as quickly as possible? So now it was significantly lower than expected. So what do they want? So it's still lower risk than expected. So we need to... They think... Okay, so... What do you think of this? What do you think of this? So we're getting slowly... We're like halfway now. How long do you keep client data? 1 month? It's a tiny bit better. What did it have last time? I was clicking around so much I don't remember. So 1 month is still kinda bad. BU. And we're missing letters. I don't think it cares what I type. Indicates significantly lower risk than expected. Oh, I would never have guessed I would get another red one.
Last time was less than a week.
Yeah, but what options I selected? So, I think it was like critical likely or high very likely maybe. I don't know. No, that was the last question. So, we're still going up.
Oh.
We're still on significantly lower risk, right? So there's only one other answer then. Oh, so 1 month backup time is then critical and very likely. So as I don't know what they wanted with the question, you know, which obviously was, they have our data for a longer time, we don't want them to. They didn't want backup, right? Which could have been the question, which is what I thought was the question. Yeah. So, third one. Now we're on Obsidian Scorpion. Cool company names, by the way, right? Color random dangerous animal, or not real animal but general scary thing. Data in transit and rest. So known for data in rest and known for data in transit. Yeah, so let's just do this. Do I have to type something? Let's do the ABCD here just because. Indicates higher risk than expected. Okay, sure. Sure. So I think this was exactly the same as the first one. And I did like that, I think. And I got a first perfect. Yeah. So because it will always show all the data. So there's really only the middle one that's has anything encrypted. Let's just continue. Let's not think of this as a real thing, because what kind of access controls do you have to ensure data is accessed by authorized people? Data can be accessed by all people on the relevant team. Okay, so they will think this is better because now the administrators can't access it. But administrators can always access stuff, right? You can always find how to access it. This is stupid not to have that. So otherwise, you know, there's no backup or anything. Well, I'm just taking something in the middle. And we need to type something. So it was good, but not good enough. We need more. We need more. I should have read the message. Indicates higher than. So how on earth does it want it then? Okay. Yeah. Let's read the message for this one then. Indicates higher risk than expected. Okay, so let's go high possible. I'm thinking I did these already, didn't I? Low risk than expected. So we have to click here. And I'm assuming that one of these needs to be higher, like that. Like non score correct, yeah.
Pandatong says.
Zombie uwu.
Translated from Indonesian.
So we have the correct score here. And how did it calculate? 304.
Zombie says.
So
Good translation. Arrow to OK.
Let's do the other direction then. Yeah. More than a month. So as the last one, which was a month, they thought of worse than a week. I'm assuming that longer time is worse than worst, and that these don't really do the trick anymore, right? So then we can click the complete button. And we can make it tiny so we can actually see stuff. Final summary. Okay, so
This is like playing Mastermind but with less accurate feedback tongue.
And it wasn't logical because the questions were not detailed enough even to know if backup was a good or bad thing, you know. Yeah, so what on earth should I do now? I was kind of assuming there would be a popping up something when you click the finish button. Very nice names at the end. I didn't at all get tired on this task. So, if we look here at the bottom, so we need to get this here. What is the flag you receive after performing the risk assessment? We're supposed to get a flag, right? So, D. It's supposed to look something like this. We're supposed to get a flag. So, oh, so I was supposed to click one of them. Okay, and I just clicked the first one. I didn't click the one I thought was best, but it was just math. So, well. That's always. That's not a logical thing, right? To click a thing in the table to select something. It could have said, should we to like type the one that was correct or something? I'm just glad it's done. So that's the first thing I really didn't like about the. So possibly too that we have the balance here between red and blue.
Zombie 859 GG.
It's not very equal, though I would count this one as more red. But otherwise we have mostly blue. So, defense versus attack stuff. So let's look at this room. I think I have done this probably. No, because I recognize so much of that stuff. Yeah, so this might be a better room. And I've kind of put all of the other ones in here. So now I feel I have to do this one
How
too.
have the other tasks been? Are you learning?
Yeah, the other stuff is nice. The last one was great actually. Let's see. So here we let's see, did I learn anything? I don't know if I learned anything. But it's always fun to do stuff like this. Yeah, right. Yeah, I think I learned this. So we can run in PowerShell C# code to import functions and use them like this from PowerShell. I didn't know that. So yeah. But we haven't really put this in the notes, so maybe that's what we'll do. I'm just going to go see if I can wake my 16-year-old up. He's sleeping still. I need a meeting.
Pandatong says.
Zombie, she's gone, let's get wild.
Zombie says.
Winrotai.
Translated from Somali. Pandatongue says.
When Rotador.
Translated from Spanish.
Dot dance. When Rot dance. What is this?
So, let's hope he's getting up out of bed. So, what are you
I hear her.
doing, guys?
Everyone hide.
So... Oh, okay, so... we having a dance party. And the parachute. So I have to enable the drop thingy. So, drop. Right? So the funny thing with this one was that we were supposed to piece a few lines at a time. Instead of just having it in a script. Ha, yeah. I don't know what time I have, but I don't know. My one of my emotes kind of looks like a parachuting person. Let's see. Panda, are you well? Your tongue is purple. I don't think mine worked. I was too quick.
I don't think I'm well.
I feel there's like a purple tint to you there. It's odd. So, do I get it now?
Zombie says.
Oh, it's just blueberry.
Maybe he ate blueberry pie when Rodwell.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, I should decrease the timer on this. This is long. So we'll have to get to the parachute scene to change stuff though. We can do this. Let's go studio mode. And let's hop over to parachute drop. And let's edit this. Yeah. So I don't remember this a lot of this, so this is probably not good to show on stream too. I don't care if someone. Oh look, that's a cooldown. This looks long. Let's make it shorter. So, what do you think?
Pandatongue says.
Stealing it. BRB.
Yeah. You're welcome to send some. Especially since I'm usually not showing it, right? I'm usually hiding the drop thingy. It's just on stream start and pause that it's up. So, let's see. Oh gosh, I sent it to YouTube chat. It doesn't work like that. Oh gosh. Yeah. I like purple though. I'm supposed to be purple. So, let's see here. Just want to have time up so I can see when my kids needs to get up. That's such a cute panda. I have to make more emotes. So I just when I got the a year ago when I got the ability to make them. I made a few emotes and then I was like, I
Used
have so
AI
much
to make
things
it, then
to
stole
do.
a Hello Kitty bow and pasted on it.
Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah, so some of mine are AI too. And I should make more. It shouldn't be that hard. So my thumbs up had 5 fingers from the start, so I had to edit all of them a lot. And I think I asked for like 100
Dick.
thumbs up to get one that
Translated
was
from
okay
Dutch.
enough. So I don't know if I would have... Maybe my tiny graphical talent would have been able to do it quicker, probably. So, let's think about this last one here. So this is much more interesting. And it's actually doing... I have this in my machine with the shellcode in there. So we could use that and paste into my notes. So let's... this room, today's Advent of Cyber, was really like not a lot, right? And we won't get the next room until 17. And the 17, I'm going to watch the Anti-Siphon stuff. So, it's Anti-Siphon course day today. And it's pay what you can, meaning it could be free if you select to have it free. So, this one, this is what it is. Active defense and cyber deception. So, 0 to, that's what you can. And it started the 9th, so the 2nd day today. And it's on YouTube. So you can just watch the last day if you want to. And there's lots you can do. You can download the VM stuff. So, as I'm mostly not looking at the defense stuff, you know, I think the attack stuff are more fun, but a lot of other people do too. Anyway, to be able to be good at attacking, you need to know the defending side too, anyway, right? You can't just look at one side, so we all need to learn all of it. And to be able to defend, you need to learn how to attack. Otherwise, you can't defend either. So, we all need to do all of it. That's why it's kind of nice with a thing like this, with Advent of Cyber, where you have both rooms types. So if we go back there, or rather up there, and look again at this list here, we can see the purple, blue. So, though it is kind of just one red. Just one red in all of the blue and purple. And purple is, of course, a mix of blue and red. So, both defend... Well, this is also log analysis. They've just set it to purple. And this is to test attacks
I
while
found
not
an old
actually doing
4-core mini
attacks.
PC in the back of my shop the other day. Time to turn into a Linux box.
Oh. Nice. Mini PCs are good like servers. They are tiny. So I have a lot of laptops too that are real old. Maybe I should do more physical machines. Since when I started the Anti-Siphon VM, what happened? Yeah, my
I already
machine
run a
crashed.
Raspberry Pi for a Pi hole.
Yeah. So that's the only server then? You don't have any other servers? So Pi-hole, I don't really know why when we have... But maybe you have a TV or something that's using internet too. So I'm just using uBlock and Privacy Badger, and I'm good. I don't know if Raspberry Pis can do
No
Twitch
servers yet.
ads though.
But need to get one.
Okay. Yeah. By the way, maybe we should put this in now.
iHole is game
What do you
changer for
think?
the whole network.
Should we open my computer while I'm streaming? What do you think of that? Film in the computer that's doing the stream while opening it.
Pop it in.
We can do that. Let's. I can't like pull the cables out, but we can. We can put a like this phone. I have to keep check on my kid though, and it's at 20 minutes now, so I'm going to check on him again. Then we'll start the video. So. I think I made a new scene for this. Okay, so we have 2 cameras on that. And I'm just starting the app. That's kind of required to be able to use the app. All the one, right? Have to start the app first. So, okay, secondary cam. It's like the secondary one. Don't we have another one? Well, oh right, do you know what the problem is? I know what the problem is. Let's actually stop this up again. So, this one's supposed to be number 1. That's why number 2 didn't work. Neck power training. So now we have that one as number 1. Now we start this one. And you can see all the dust in my keyboard. So it looks much prettier, like from a distance, right? So here's the hard drive. I'm just gonna get something to hold that camera first, and then I'll go check on my kid. So this is a bit funny. There. So there's the hard drive. I'll just go and manage to move the chair so I can actually get out of the room. There's a heater here too. So we're gonna put that in, right? Oh, it's actually going dark already. It's getting dark. So
20 terabytes, you can fit at least 40 JPEGs on there.
yeah, maybe even 50. Maybe. So some. I'm gonna check if my kids got up. I'll be back. I was about to go out of bed exactly now, so that's great. He was not sleeping, in other words. So, moving the trash. And let's see, there's the computer. So, the other day we moved all the PlayStation games into 2 bags. So they're still here. I'll have to fix that. Let's see. We could move this. It's just my people. So let's lower it. This is the lowest this stand can do. But we can put more distance though. So, and this one actually is an old computer magazine. I was thinking it could be fun to compare. It's talking about security. So I compare a few years ago to now. And here's just a screen that I'm thinking I'll replace that one with. So, let's see. I still have the white color we cleaned under here. Obviously, I ate here. How could that happen? So, let's... Oh, that wasn't good. So I have a hard drive on top here. So... Let me see if you can see anything. Can you see? You can only see my head now. Oh, that's kind of dark, right? It's kind of very dark. Well, we'll see if we can see anything. So the microscope's power is plugged in. I'm just unscrewing the thumb screws on the back here. Because the hard drive connectors, they're here. Not on the front side, which is clear. So let's see if we can, without pulling any cables, get that off. So let's actually get this off so you can see better. So, can you see now? This is what it looks like. There's the hard drive. This is the back. So, this is a microscope power. So, here we have the connectors. Here's the power, and then I've kind of like just pushed it all under here to have a nice and clean. I think I should have 2 hands for this, really. So there we have, this is the power cable. So, and then we have there. This is the SATA. So there's a third connector here. So we can just put it here on the floor. We need more power. So yeah. Here we have there. So I feel like one-handed here. So all of the wires for the power supply are also pushed under here, and some of them are going off. So
Look at that beautiful cable management.
It was maybe beautiful. So here you can see even more. No, this is the power. This is the SATA ones. So I think I have extra cables, but I'm thinking that I might not have connected them, but I think I have, you know? I think I have. Oh, look, yeah. So here. They were like on the bottom. Because I did prepare for more. So, we have 2 more. So we can just connect the drive. And I'm kind of sure I set in BIOS that it's supposed to auto-detect. If I didn't set it in BIOS, we'll have to close the computer down to do it. That's just a fact. So, we have both. So putting it on the floor is a current solution of doing this because it can't fit another drive. I tried. Unfortunately, I failed. Let's see if I can turn the light on. So, in there, underneath, it could fit another drive, but this edge here, it's taking too much space. So you can't really get it in there. It's kind of, it's just half a centimeter, 2 millimeters. So possibly. So I don't really like this box. It's annoying that it doesn't have any. Let's look at the other side. So let's just move the monitor and the thingy that we didn't use for keyboard management here. And this is the other side of the computer. It has color and thingies, and I don't like that. All right, let's turn the flash off because I think it was reflecting in the glass. So I'm thinking somewhere here we could possibly put a hard drive too, but I'm thinking I'll just remove one of the 2s that are in there. So the system drive, it's also a let's just get it. This one. I'm thinking we'll boot on this one. So it is 1 tera instead of, I have only a 500 in there now. So here's the drive. The new drive. And the floor, it is not really conducting any electricity, so we're kind of safe, right? But I'm just gonna wipe where it dry pretty well, so it's clean. Again, we cleaned just a few days ago, right? So I had started stream with a lot of cleaning. So as we connect this, we can't connect them both instantly, right? So we'll connect the power last, I think. Doesn't really matter, whichever. So I can't hold this and do it at the same time. I think I need both hands. Well, maybe if I do this, if I push it against this, can I? Yeah, that should probably do it. So let's check the connectors for the hard drive. There. And put it on the floor. And then I'm trying to see while I show you here. There. This is the end with a bend. The end with a bend. Meaning it goes down. There. So if I can hold this cold in my hand at the same time. Gosh, it's yeah. So my fit can help, right? You can't really see anything, so maybe I should use the phone for actual There it is. Yeah, I need both hands. Okay, I'm giving up. I'm giving up. So you have no image for 2 seconds here. Or looking at my roof, rather. So there. So this is just the power connector. So I heard how it spun up, or it said zzz. Yeah, click-a-lick-a-lick. Click-a-lick-a-lick. So, here is the SATA connector itself. See if I can actually... There, the camera is. So, I could probably film better if I know where the camera is. So... Click. Click-a-licky.
I have the fire extinguisher ready.
I don't think this will catch on fire. So we have both power and SATA connected. And usually I will like care which SATA it is. And why is there a micro USB here? I don't know, but yeah. Let's go up and look at the computer. So this was totally useless, at least. It's too high. I could have gotten a shorter one, but it wasn't worth it, right? It was quick thingy. Disconnecting the hard drive. So. Let's see if they switch. Will it switch automatically? 15:06. Oh, 18. No, I don't think the app switches. This is the second one is camera 2 then. So let's see. What do you think? Did I turn on auto detect in the BIOS for all drives? We will know soon. It seems not to have said anything. I think it would have popped up too, right? So I think the cable is connected to the motherboard, but I have to go and do stuff in the BIOS, like or restart. Restart would do it too, but to have it auto connect, you have to set a setting in the BIOS to have the SATA connect, or be plug and play, you know. So I probably didn't. So I'll have to restart, and then I can't stream while restarting. Well, I can, but not on both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. I could do only Twitch.
Shall I wait?
Do you think I should restart now? Should we restart and do another stream? And call it like, I don't know what we should do, you know, when we get the hard drive, it's not like we can start
Yes.
moving files there. Should I restart the computer? Kill the stream? Okay, we can do it. I don't have really a big plan. I can see the moon, by the way. Big moon outside. So, it's starting to get dark.
Moon already?
Yeah. Let's put that camera up again. So I don't have a button yet for this new scene. Secondary in cam. So that's the moon. And there's dirt on my window, so I need to clean the windows. It's actually paint. So the people who painted the house painted messy. Very messy. So how many days did we clean the desk? So, though it is all the things that we received in the mail and stuff, so it's not like general mess. And this is the hard drive, so yeah. And this is what we recently soldered, and we didn't get the right components, so. But I should probably remove it from my desk so we get order again. So let's see. I need to close some stuff down. And you see why I need a new hard drive, right? So this is what we were talking about, this file. And I started this really to copy this. Though, let's undo. This should change. There. Now we have copied the correct version. Because I changed the port, we needed to connect on port 4444 for some reason. That was how we got it. Well, I guess that was a security feature that the glitch implemented to. So I did actually click quit, but with both mouse buttons, so it kind of. If we're going to restart, we need to shut down the VM. And so, what else do I have that I could prepare? Let's close the camera app. And I need to reset. Yeah, so I just hope that when I start my computer, I won't get like some kind of odd smart error or something from the hard drive. So that's my stream controls. And we have SpeakerBot. Let's make this as short stop as possible. How quick do you think that my computer can restart? What do you think? I'll have to make a new YouTube stream again when we start, and start a few apps. Okay. So we only have this and OBS, so I'm gonna stop OBS and Firefox now and restart quickly. So see you soon. And on YouTube it'll be a new stream because I can't reconnect, unfortunately. That's how YouTube does the thing. So